Hey, yeah, it fixed the chat. Awesome. Yep, it fixed the chat. Great. Man, I had so much anxiety about that. Ooh, there's a lot of IDF troop movement right now coming through here. Oi, hello. All right, I'm gonna face you guys front. Yeah, welcome back, guys. I can, it's still doing it a little bit. Oh, man. Yeah, it's still glitching out a little bit, but not as bad as before. Man, that's disappointing. I can still read most of them, though. Okay, I'm gonna go grab a chair because I'm tired of sitting on a cinder block. Yeah.
Good night, guys.
Good night. Be safe.
Be safe.
Welcome back, guys. Still got that issue a little bit, but I can at least read some of them. Boy, I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab my big camera. Okie dokie. Cool, so looks like at least half of you guys returned, and that's awesome. It's better than I hoped for. But it's still doing that stupid thing. What on earth is going on? It must be a bandwidth thing. I have no idea. Yeah, the creepy kindergarten tour. I can read some of these questions. Not all of them. Yeah, I'm sure you guys saw me or heard me bump into the table and then almost tripped over a chair there. Yeah, kindergarten also doubles as a bomb shelter, so that's nice. King in the castle, king in the castle, I have a chair. Yeah, Willie's got like a desktop chair. I don't know if you guys can see him over there. It reclines? Dude, screw bird watching. This is where it's at. Yeah, it's still blurring out most of the questions, so I'm sorry, guys. I'll talk some BS on here. Yeah, it was pretty crazy last night. Last night there were like 20-something people on the stream, and we watched Gaza get bombed for like, seriously, like 7 hours. It was insane. And at this distance, it's so easy to get detached from the situation. You know, like Willie and I are, you know, we're sitting over here joking around and stuff like that. But it's like, and then, yes, Isabel, yes. So my girlfriend and John, if you want to join in, sending me questions in the chat for me to answer, that'd be great. But yeah, anyway, talking about the desensitization of this. We were sitting here all night last night, and we watched definitely over 1,000 people die from a distance. It's really easy to forget that every little explosion down there. Yeah, it's still messed up. My girlfriend and brother are gonna send me questions from the chat on Facebook. Yeah. But yeah, it's easy to forget that, you know, every one of those explosions, like someone's getting hurt down there. You know, whether they deserve it or not. It's just something that's easy to forget. And as someone who documents, you know, human experiences, I'm sure the people down there have some crazy stories from the last 2 nights. Yeah, Isabel is very nice. Where do we sleep? So we sleep in a town close by. And we basically get robbed every night that we're there. I've been spending like $200 a night on an Airbnb for a town that's being actively rocketed every day. This morning I was woken up to an air alarm. I was woken up to another air alarm at like 5 o'clock in the morning. You know, and there's like a little cafe there that I get coffee at every morning, and now the guy just gives me free coffee because I just go there so much. But yeah, it's nice. Sleep in beds, no AC, pay $200 a night. That's the life of an independent journalist, setting his bank account on fire. Yep, I can see that. I was wondering if you had a YouTube. Yep, I just launched it a couple days ago. Uploaded 1 video so far. I did a live last night. Truly trying to get traction on here because I'd like to make this like my full-time gig, combat reporting. At least you can write it off, yeah. We will see. Yeah, that light in the distance that you guys see right there, that's Gaza City, or not Gaza City, but that's a city in Gaza. I don't remember what it's called. My gram is fire. Thanks. I put a lot of effort into that. How it looks is all because of my girlfriend, and my website as well. Like, she designed that whole thing. She designed business cards. Let me pull out my business card. She made these for me. We got like 300 of them made. Pretty cool. It's got my QR code to my link tree. And then that, you know, it's awesome. Like, she goes above and beyond. Who's my girlfriend? I'll say her name is Isabel. What's the question you got? Yeah, rocket, like, Willie got it on camera. It exploded right above him. We literally almost died.
Everyone ran for shelter and was out there. I went to that corner. And then I was like, rocket struck. I'm like, fuck, I've got some time, I'll run to there. And I'm filming with the camera. You can see flash around me as like just like bang.
Yeah, Willie almost got vaporized.
Where'd the rocket
And
hit?
my camera
Huh?
Where'd the rocket
It
hit?
got intercepted like probably like 80 meters above Willie. How does Isabel feel about me doing this? She's of course very worried.
Is that even a shelter?
We've had a couple phone calls in the evening. You know, and of course, like, I'm in a dangerous environment. This is a frontline area, you know. So of course she's gonna worry. Food, but she has been very supportive. Food, I eat a lot of shawarma to kind of keep under my budget. I try to eat like twice a day here. Today I have had like a small bag of jerky, but some guys just brought food. But that's just because we were dumb and didn't plan well enough. Yeah, it was all on live.
That's fucking annoying.
Yes.
What'd you guys get?
We went to that taco place.
You got tacos?
For me, I actually
Does
bought-
she ever just want you to stay home? I'm sure internally she has those thoughts, you know, like that she would just rather have me home. But if she does, she's never voiced them to me. Oh wow.
That was big.
That was a big one. She's nothing but supportive. I'll just leave it at that. Are you the same B&B on Instagram? Yeah, I am battles.and.beers on Instagram. It'll probably pull up the backup page because the main page is so shadow
Setting it
banned.
up? Come on. One of them is yours, and there's a couple of schnitzel things in there. So one
Okay,
is
thank
with
you.
less spice.
Are the food prices high?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't read it.
Yeah, they are. Good though. I'm eating schnitzel right now. Where am I from?
I think this is
Okay, so I'll cover where I'm from and where I get my
some
stories.
spice. Yeah, there's Coke in there.
So I'm from,
There's schnitzel in there for you.
Oh,
This is yours.
thank you.
Like a little.
I'm from the Midwest, South Dakota originally,
Is there another chair or we're out of chair?
I know it. I had a chair.
and then
Oh, you're like,
primarily I get my stories remotely online. So that's either like Skype calls, FaceTime calls, phone calls, or even text or email. A lot of guys will just type up a story and like send some like proof and pictures of like service and stuff like that, and they'll just send it to my Instagram. As I've gotten bigger on Instagram, it's a lot less of me having to go find people to interview and more people approaching me. And it's made my job 10 times easier. I think that's why I'm able to document so many stories. Every day I usually document 2 to 3 stories from people from different wars. What food did I get? This is schnitzel.
Someone else asked.
Yeah, they're asking. Schnitzel and what?
No, those are like little what do you call them?
Like a little
yeah.
chicken nugget schnitzel
Nuggets,
thing.
Yeah. And then the other thing is some Mexican. It's pretty good. I don't know.
It's like a taco or a burrito.
It's like a large burrito. Is a burrito the bread? Or the taco?
I'll figure it out. When I open it up, I'll
You'll
let
find
you guys
out,
know.
mate.
The bicycle's back.
Yeah, bicycle kids riding around.
Where is the
I do have World War II vet interviews. I've interviewed a bunch of people from the United States who were in the Second World War. Some British soldiers. A lot of German soldiers and one Japanese soldier. And then I've gotten some stories from Russians as well, but most of those are passed to me by their families. In all, I think I've interviewed probably, I don't know, probably 100 World War II soldiers. Am I pooping in holes? No. Yesterday I did because I was too scared to go into the haunted kindergarten by myself.
Hey, how do you go? I don't even know how to go live on Twitter.
I literally
mate.
pooped in the ditch right behind us.
How do you do it? iPhone.
Where can we find these interviews? Most of them are on my Instagram, and then a bunch are in the 2 books I've written as well. They're called, you can find them in my link tree on my Instagram.
The camera. Oh, live. Got ya. Yeah.
Is that for me?
Yeah, I bought it from me.
Oh, no. That's yours. I have talked to CivDiv. Yep. I interviewed him. And this bike guy doesn't give a shit. Just riding around through rocket barrages. His sister was actually killed in the first day of the attacks. So we're just feeding him a little bit. But oh, what was that last question? I'm sorry, my ADHD brain is so bad.
Do you open the car before you start your live?
Close it. Actually, give me my bag. Give me my...
Willie just said he could take me in a foot race. Okay, I guess we gotta... Willie! Foot race on live? I'll run in my Birks, bro. Alright, I'll race you to the Gaza fence. Tell Avi to take a picture of me and Willie for Twitter. Yeah, I will. Whether he posts it or not, that's up to him. He's got a huge social media following, so when you get that big, you kind of lose a little freedom to post whatever you want. But I've been with Avi for a week, so he's also like the type of guy to just not give a crap about anything. Really cool dude.
Let me quickly check that before I go live. Bye.
$20 on Nick. I think I could take Willie in a foot race. All flacked up with helmets and stuff. I think I might. I don't know though. It's also a burrito that I got. Oh. Israel does not do burritos well. Dude, who made this burrito? Helen Keller?
Is it bad? Is it bad?
Have I ever interviewed people that have lied about their service? Yeah. I have been burned a couple times. Where it comes out later that, like, yeah, the dude was just full of BS and stuff like that. So I do try my hardest to make sure that every story is as legit as it can be. I'm also a believer that no war story, even if it's got a citation, is 100% true. There's always stuff that gets left out or redacted or exaggerated, no matter who. Oh, I choose the popsicle 20 times out of 10. You got wine?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
thought about getting beers, but nobody has a bottle opener. Good enough.
Yeah, I interview anybody who's a witness or participant to war. Also, look how this schnitzel is shaped. Yeah, I've interviewed loads of civilians who've seen warfare and stuff like that. Because war isn't just soldiers, you know. It's also the people living in it. What rifle did I use in the Corps? I initially had an M16 with a 203 grenade launcher. Then I got an M4 with a grenade launcher. And I was also issued the M110 SAS, which is a sniper rifle. But I am not a sniper. I was a designated marksman. Do Americans call everything schnitzel? I was told by the Aussies that this was called schnitzel. Don't put that on me.
G'day guys, here we are. This is now, that is Gaza, 600 metres from the border. I'm going to start the live, and then we're probably going to truthaboutthewar.com or on my
Now for my glass of wine.
about 15 minutes and move on. How long ago were the rockets hitting here?
Like an hour ago.
So about an hour ago, I just come back from getting some food, and while I was away, some rockets hit right about where we're sitting.
Yeah, literally right here.
There's two others still mainstream media led, and
What battalion? I served with Charlie Company in the Fleet Anti-Terrorism Security Team. And then in
they've released
2nd Battalion, 6th Marines, Fox Company. And then as a reservist, I was in 2nd Battalion, 24th Marines, Echo Company, out of Des Moines, Iowa.
that have dual citizenship allegedly.
Yeah, all of us here that are right here right now, we're reporting.
Has it been active since we've been gone?
Nope.
It's been pretty quiet.
No, there's the rockets that came in that almost killed us, and then nothing.
So rockets that came in that there's been that one. There's been a little bit of activity, but not really much. I imagine it's because the hostages are supposed to be released at the moment on the southern border with Egypt. So we'll be here for about 15 minutes, and then we will move to truthaboutthewar.com or my YouTube. I've given you my YouTube.
Who do I love? Charlie 4.
I'm just sitting here watching it all.
Yes, I'm in Israel right now.
As it happens.
We're currently 600 meters from the Gaza border.
While I do that, as we're all waiting to see what happens, I thought I might as well share the experience with all you guys.
Has anyone told me I look like Hugh
Very, very
Jackman?
active.
Yes. Many times in my life. I used to send Hugh Jackman a message on Instagram like every other week, and I'd be like, "Hello, Father. Daddy, give me attention. Daddy, please respond." And he's never responded to me.
So that right there is all Gaza. That's like Gaza City. 600 meters over here is the border. At the moment.
What do I think about the low recruitment? I think it's pretty justified. Honestly, veterans will leave the military and then go out into the civilian world and chat about what it's like. You know, the military has some fundamental issues that they need to get over and solve before people want to start enlisting again. Because now you can see, like I lived in barracks with black mold. I've never been to Northern Ireland. during the Troubles. So I lived in barracks with black mold, and we had to move all the furniture out. Okay, I'll turn it around. We had to move all the furniture out and paint over the mold. Am I Christian? I would say so, yeah. I don't really follow any denomination specifically. Like, I was raised Episcopalian, but
So in
yeah.
about 15 minutes, we're going to move over to
There's some action going on.
or my YouTube. It doesn't allow me to run the heat vibe across all platforms, so we'll just do it that way. I imagine once the release takes place, it'll probably get quite.
Where's the beer? We got the battles covered. Well, no beer, but I do have a plastic cup of wine. Where is Willie? Willie is right there.
Which is unusual.
He's right
Few days that we've been here,
there.
where we're sitting, largely being kind of off to the side, sitting at the edge of their right, which has been fully evacuated.
Do I know about Sika Hollow or Sichi Hollow? Yeah. I've never been, but I heard it's haunted. My ex-girlfriend cheated on me there, so I guess it is haunted.
Two Yanks and two Aussies.
Sent my channel to a buddy in SD. Thanks, appreciate it. Larry says, great job. Keep up the work. Thank you. Doing the best job I can.
So we'll give it a few more minutes and then we'll move over to the truth about the war talk.
I'm willing to put myself at risk to show you guys what war is like.
Live function works.
And right now it's a little quiet. Earlier on in the chat though,
A lot more engaging.
for everyone who was there like an hour ago, it was spooky.
As it picks up, which I imagine it will once the handover happens, although I don't know how long that's going to take. Last night we were here till about 3 a.m., 3:30 a.m.
Last night? 3.
3 a.m. last night. About
How far away is the action from our current location?
10:45.
Well, it depends on the time. So the Gaza border is 600 meters that way. And the nearest settlement is about 1 kilometer. But yesterday, there's a lot of machine gun fire, maybe like 500 meters to the right, within the IDF green zone.
So news just coming out is all Hamas stuff.
So guy coming from Willie Stream, what is my background? So I served 8 years in the United States Marine Corps as a rifleman. I did 5 years active duty, 3 years in the reserves. Absolutely loved the infantry.
Defending itself whilst there are still hostages.
Didn't really do anything too crazy. I left the Marine Corps in active duty in 2017, and I attended a technical school
About 5 more minutes, we'll move over to
to get my associates in
thewar.com.
law enforcement. And I did law enforcement for a year and I hated it. Do we need stuff? What is the temperature like? Right now it's pretty cool. As a Midwesterner, this is very comfortable. I'm sitting here in short sleeves, but some of the guys from further south are wearing like sweatshirts and stuff right now. As far as needing anything, I really can't like accept anything from you guys. I mean, I just feel bad. What I would like for my next trip is a better camera lens. Right now I've got a Sigma 35 by 70 lens, and it's okay for like up close shots, but like I just wish I could shoot some really good footage of Gaza that's way out there. Like Willie's lens is awesome. I want to get the same one he's got. His is like a 35 by like 120, 130 or something like that. One of those Sony like G-Boss lenses, I think is what they're called, or something like that. What is the cause of the light? That is actually by the naked eye, it's about 15 or 20 different lights. And it looks to be like part of Gaza that still has power. How long have we been here? I've been here 8 days. It's been a very expensive 8 days.
About 5 more minutes, we'll move over to a more engaging platform. Just the light.
How long are you staying?
We'll move over.
If something major happens, I will cancel my flight home and stay here a couple days. But at the moment, I got to get back to work.
My YouTube.
For everyone who was in the stream earlier, this is not my day job. I don't really get paid for this. I'm here completely on donations. My day job, I'm kind of like a teacher, so I work with little children with autism who are between like 3 and 6 years old, and I teach them how to interact with the world around them in socially appropriate ways. How to be safe too, that's a big part of it. And I only get like 20 hours, or like, I think it's 60 hours of PTO a year, so that's it's like a week and a couple days. So I just burnt through all my PTO being here. So now I won't really be able to take off like Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff like that. Well, Willie and I keep tabs. Yeah, we were actually tossing around the idea of doing a trip together, like intentionally doing a trip together, and I think that would be really awesome. Willie is someone who I would genuinely consider to be my friend now. When I leave Willie, I'm going to actually be very upset. He's just an amazing person to be around. He makes everything better. Like when those rockets came in, I was very worried about his safety because he was much further from the shelter than I was. Why do I do this? I do this because I love storytelling. To quote Dan Carlin from Hardcore History, the most extreme of human experiences is war. And I'm trying to get as many of those stories written down and on paper and on film as possible. Like my grandfather, he was a British World War II veteran of the Burma campaign in the Pacific. He fought with the Gurkhas, and he went to his grave with all of his stories. And that to me is just like incredibly depressing. And so I'm just trying to keep as many people as I can, their stories living a lot longer than they do.
Guys, we're going to move over to the truthaboutthewars.com or directly my YouTube where we can also have a chat while we watch.
I'm great at this. I mean, I'm definitely passionate about it. I don't know if I'm great at it. I'm still very new to like YouTube and like video editing and stuff like that. It's definitely kind of like juggling social media management and stuff like that. Like I know nothing about cameras. Like I went to Ukraine and I took so many like blurry pictures and videos. And every step here is just a learning experience. I definitely try to get as many stories on paper as I can.
No, I'm just on YouTube.
If rockets at all look like they're coming this way, just run straight for the kindergarten. That was real scary last time. Biden heads to Situation Room amid coordinated attacks on U.S. military. Oh boy. So like political analysis and like geopolitical issues and stuff like that is definitely not my forte. I definitely think that this war could escalate to a regional conflict. Did I get the chat working again? Not really. Some of the questions I can read, but most of them are like pasted on top of each other. And so it's just like thick white lines that I see. So I'm having my girlfriend and John, my brother, pick up questions from the chat and sending them to me on Facebook Messenger, and I can see them pop up. Some jets flying now. Are you in the military? No, not currently. I did 8 years in the Marine Corps, and I am done with my service. War and wine beats battles and beers. Maybe. Might have to do a rebranding. Yeah, my girlfriend can start War and Wine. I thought about doing like a badges and beers or something like that, where I would interview like first responders and cops and criminals and former criminals. Have I interviewed SF? Yeah, I've interviewed a couple of them. SF guys are cool. Don't get me wrong, very cool. But you know, like they get a lot of attention as it is. I personally find the experience of the infantryman who's living in it a lot more interesting personally than like some like Navy SEAL or something like that. You know, it's not knocking on SF guys, but I just personally find the experience of like your average like 19-year-old guy who did like 6 months of infantry training and then got deployed. And he's thrown into these like crazy situations. A little bit more interesting. However, Navy SEALs and like SF guys are interesting to interview too. I just come across more infantrymen. I love interviewing tankers too. Yeah, the kindergarten is really creepy. My girlfriend is okay with putting me near guns, yeah. She trusts my judgment. I think that was proven a little bit to her the other night when that drone was overhead and we didn't stop to take pictures of it, you know, because danger is danger, and we got out of the way right away. She was watching that live stream too. So I think her seeing me respond to that danger in the correct way is what enables her to trust me a little bit. Don't all your experiences make you despair of the human race? So war is it brings out like the absolute worst in people, but it also brings out like the absolute best in a lot of people. Do I keep guns at home? Yeah, I do. So yeah, in war you see the very best of people and you see the very worst. The very best kind of equals out the disparity between the very worst for me. I've interviewed enough people in horrible situations who did really great things to kind of give my faith back to humanity a little bit. I've seen many cats and dogs. Yeah. When his village was abandoned, most people left their cats and dogs here. There's a couple cats walking around me right now. But the IDF soldiers do a good job of feeding them. It's like every other block you see like a couple tins of food and a couple bowls of water and stuff out for them. Like earlier today in that abandoned kindergarten, there was a dog hiding behind the toilet, and it almost scared the crap out of me when I went in there to pee.
Am I smarter than a 6 or 8er? Hello. Alright guys, thanks for joining.
Do I have a drone? No. Drones here are very likely to get shot down. I don't want to set money on fire. Would I do my service again knowing what I know now? Yeah, probably. Serving in the Marine Corps really kind of made me who I am today. Well, a large part of it did. Made literally some of the best friends in my life in the Marine Corps. I keep up with a couple friends from high school, but like there's 20 guys in the Marine Corps I talk to every week. Even knowing that, you know, like we lost the war and most of it was all for nothing, I probably would do it again. Because my friends did it. So I wouldn't leave them hanging out to dry.
About an hour ago, the only thing that's sort of happened in the last hour is she was in now for the view.
But heard anything about Chinese warships? No, I have not. I don't think the Chinese would tell me anything.
The other names of the independent journalists. So we have Battles and Beers. This is his shtick. Human experiences in conflict zones. Did I get it right?
Yep.
There we go.
Good job.
He's a Yank. So he's not perfect. But he's alright. And then we have Willie
OAM.
Willie OAM, who's an Aussie veteran. He's a legend, actually. But the worst part of him is his American friends. So we'll have a bit of a conversation if you want. Penny, say hi to Penny. Penny, Aussie's doing a review.
I would say, yeah, the brotherhood is probably the best part of the service. Make a lot of memories. You're all suffering together. You get really close to each other.
About 3 a.m. But things got really...
It's okay, Isabel. I can still see your signal messages. Yeah, I just made like the best friends of my life, and I wouldn't do anything to really get rid of that. Have I been in contact with anyone on the U.S. ships in the area? No, I have not. I assume they have turned the internet off on the ships, so they can't communicate outboard, which happened to me on one of my deployments, and it's pretty annoying because they'll just shut off the internet for the like 10 computers that you have to share between 300 people. That's artillery.
Artillery coming from that side, isn't it? From the right-hand side. Can they copy Berlin?
Yeah, you can tell it's artillery because you can hear the boom and there's like a little whiz in the air.
Line up, but thank you, I guess. That was impact.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Penny, calm down. Don't make fun of my Hebrew. Shalom, Steves. Thank you, Jelena. Zigzaga. Keep my head down. I'll try. You know me. IDF showing weakness. What do you mean by not entering? I don't know.
The general mood of the people on the ground here is they want revenge.
Happening there, including the
That's like the
negotiations.
unanimous
Yeah.
feeling here on the ground. They want revenge. They want to feel like they can be safe again. That's how it's been described to me.
Yeah, he's filming just over there, Billy.
Lisa, thank you. I really appreciate that. Yes, you get to keep your military uniform. I still have all of them.
There. And there's the Yank, and behind him is the bomb shelter. Just found out today it's actually a bomb shelter.
How can we tip you? In the description I have my Venmo, my PayPal, and my Cash App.
Will you feel on the other side? Not sure what you mean. Typos? Yeah, we're being careful. Why don't they flood the tunnels? I think they got to find them, or there's a lot of them there. Not bad idea.
Yeah, I think the lull definitely has something to do with the hostages. Last night it was absolutely popping here. We probably watched at least 1,000 people die on the live. Tonight is much, much quieter.
Thank you, Fraser. BBC does not speak Stephen, I know that. Some of you has forward in that recent news, which you must understand. Are you still under the Iron Dome? No, I believe the Iron Dome is not in this area just because there's a evacuated most people. But these guys are reporting the Iron Dome was active, so I don't know.
There's a war all around Gaza. So right now Gaza is like, it's got a big fence around it.
The adrenaline rush.
And we're kind of like on a hill overlooking all of Gaza right now. And around that fence are IDF tanks, infantry fighting vehicles, dug-in troop positions, stuff like that. So, like, yeah, the front line is like 600 meters in front of us, but there's thousands of soldiers between me and them.
Yeah, some of the West is certainly forward. Hey Fritz, what are the languages you speak? I speak English, let's call it broken English, broken Hebrew, a few words in Yiddish, and the important ones in Arabic. And I speak American.
Is there actually a wall? I have not seen it, no.
Not bad.
I've not observed a wall.
UK supports Israel. Yeah, I've been hoping UK does. We certainly
Get the acronym.
growing.
I think it's just an electric fence. But the fence, it's not like electrified. It's just when you touch it, it sends signals to like command centers that someone is at the fence.
There's bits of wall.
I know, I'm recognizing
I guess there are bits of wall. I've just been told.
Clearly didn't know.
Hmm?
What do you reckon that is?
That's a drone.
That's a drone.
Yeah.
It's a jet.
The thing about this Yank is he's experienced at this. There's a veteran and as a war correspondent. So he knows all the sounds, and he's I just run when he runs, to be honest. It sounds like a big drone. That's not like the other drones. It's low.
It's lower
That
to the
Hamas
ground.
drone that almost got us last time. That
No, that's too big.
too big to be the Hamas one.
Yeah, like a Mavic DJI drone is gonna have like a higher buzz noise, and if we can hear it, we need to run.
Greta looks very much like she could be Elon's daughter. That's not very nice.
Yeah, that is a drone. It's an Israeli ISR drone.
So we can talk about what's going on, we can banter a bit. We can make fun of the American a lot. But you're just keeping me company as we watch what unfolds as the hostages, 50 hostages are taken.
That is Avi Yemeni. Yeah, Avi Yemeni from Australia. Huge TV personality.
So you might actually hear something from outside this spot before me, but we'll know that's all done.
He's got something like 1 million followers on Twitter.
Bombardment starts. It's anyone's guess as to
Hey, Lauren Novak, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
I leave. If you have no idea what you're talking about, happy to discuss it with you. But I dare say you seem like someone who might be a bit scared of an actual, honest conversation. If not, send me an email and maybe we'll have you on the podcast and we can discuss everything you
Linda
think
Fuller,
about
thank you very much.
and Israel and me.
It's very appreciated.
Yes, I hear you, Jeff. You're a criminal jailed and when returned to Aussie. Okay, fine, mate. Settle down. Alright, you get to say Nakba once. If you say it too many times and you fill up the feed, you're gonna be kicked out of here. There are moderators. I'm not supposed to say that because you'll run away. Thank you, Cracker. Is that Cracker? Who am I calling Cracker? Bring them home now, yes. I think before we talk about any ceasefire, you cannot expect Israel to get into negotiations about a ceasefire when you, firstly after what you did, but even put that to the side, you still have the terrorists are holding in there at least 210, or I think now it's at least 208 because they just released 2.
Do I think tanks will be obsolete since drone development?
Children, babies.
Yes and no. I think the role of a tank is going to have to change. I know in Ukraine, in certain parts of the front line, they're using them more like assault guns, like the Germans used in World War II, like the Stug 3.
There is no way anyone can talk with terrorists. You don't negotiate with terrorists, and there's certainly not while they have hostages. With all the trolls here, imagine for a second, put aside your twisted ideology. Imagine it was your family. Imagine somebody came into your house, butchered your family, took your kids, raped your women, and the government just didn't do anything. I don't think you'd be very happy, but I guess ideology confuses people. Your moral compass gets lost. I will, Pat. That's the plan. I'll get home safe. Thanks. Collingwood won the grand final. Maybe. Yeah, I saw that. That's another calamity. The truth is, if I keep to go for Collingwood, and me being who I am in the grand final, I don't really have a team, but in the grand final, I had to go for the other team because I had to create controversy in the grand final. And I was going with all my heart and soul for Brizzy. Pretty sure it was Brisbane playing. And my son was very happy. Willie is beside me. Say no to the voice and no to Hamas. You'll notice the people that were pro the voice are often the same people that are pro Hamas. I'm not saying there's any correlation, but they might be terrorists.
Where would I go if money was no object?
Always wanted to do the COVID treatment.
Definitely probably Nigeria.
I don't know what am I comparing?
Interview the soldiers about their war, their own war on terror there.
Pretty good, thanks.
Probably Burma or Myanmar, in bed with the rebels there. If I could do it safely, probably Afghanistan. Talk to the Taliban and people there.
I have been
Iraq. I'd like to interview the soldiers who were present for the Battle of Mosul.
popularity contest and stand for what,
Yes, I am wearing my Birks again.
and it's the fight between
Here you go.
doesn't matter how many people.
Boy.
Thank you. That link's gone. Maybe repost to the top.
Why the sandals? Because if I die, I'm going to die with comfortable footwear. I've not interviewed anyone from the Free Burma Rangers yet. That's an entire community of people that I've yet to break into. It's very hard.
International press conference held by the yesterday. No, I didn't go to it because everyone was there. I did get an invite to it, but I chose to be out here. There's no mainstream media here watching what's happening. They haven't been here any of the nights. They come here for a photo op during the day. They do their live crosses during the day when nothing's really happening. But we're here. Hello, I'm Rick. The north of Israel is also heating up, yes. Thank you, Vanhurst. Trumpington Vanhurst. Here's Buddy Boy. No military right here, but there's plenty of military around here. And I'm with an ex-Marine. There's nothing to worry about. He's my human shield. He laughs.
I would compare the feeling of Israeli people to that of Americans after 9/11. Where I'm at now, press are allowed. There was a checkpoint, but we were able to get past it.
What Israeli government did to their people during COVID years. Okay, so two things to unpack there, Peter. One, I'll never forget what the Israeli government did to their people during the COVID conflict, the COVID years. That does not give Hamas the right to then come in and inflict atrocities again against the same people that the government screwed during COVID. So I don't understand if that's what the logic is there. And yes, the children do matter, but at the end of the day, a government's role is to protect its people. In this case, terrorists breached from there into here, literally from here back, went door to door, these houses here, going through these houses right here, door to door. There's no one in there now, they've all been evacuated. They can't be here.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab some water.
But they went door to door to butcher, to maim, to behead, to burn, to rape, to kidnap. What do you think about the US getting involved? Look, I don't think Israel needs anyone to put boots on the ground, but I'm not going to get involved in people in countries foreign. Like I personally don't think Australia should get involved. I think they're innocent. I'm Australian, so I'll support Australia. American foreign policy is very different, and their role in the world is very different than Australia. Important for governments to take a moral stand against terrorism, especially for your allies. The point of having allies is so that they rely on you in a time like this, and that you can rely on them in your hard times. Certainly this conflict has shown people's true colours. A lot of people that I followed during the COVID times. I can stand, I'm sure say that about me, but hey, I've always been proud of my history, who I am, my background, my ethnicity, my people, my second country. So it's never been a secret who I am. But I don't, at the same time, I don't think Australia should get involved in the war per se. No. But America is a very different game. I think their foreign policy is built around getting involved in wars. But and you've got to remember that Israel's a very close ally to America, and America gets what they need out of Israel as well. So, but there's a Yank here. We can ask him. Oi,
What's up?
someone's asking me if America should get involved. I don't really have an opinion. It's not my place to say America's. You're an ex-Marine. What's your take on that?
Personally, I think we spent enough time.
That's it. So no more wars for America.
But we're also a close friend of Israel. We do have a history with this country.
Yes.
I don't know, tough call.
What do you think Trump would do in this situation?
I don't know.
I reckon Iran would be history.
He probably handled it a lot better.
Oh, a lot better. Firstly, he would be awake.
He's a lot better at de-escalation and just talking.
As an American, what do we get out of Israel? Someone's asked. Coming closest, like.
One of the closest allies, I think.
Can you hear him?
But probably the only one that we've actually taken on.
You guys hear him?
I'm
or-
not a foreign analyst, foreign like politics analyst or anything like that, but just from my perspective, looking in as like a layman, moderately uneducated on the subject, done some training with IDF troops. They're all good guys. I don't know. I think it's something that the American people as a whole have to decide instead of Sleepy Joe all by himself.
You reckon Joe doesn't have it handled?
No.
But he's got a female person of color as his 2IC.
That's good.
You
Is she
cannot.
qualified?
100%. She's a female person of color
I'd rather
who
have someone.
identifies as a man.
I'd rather have someone qualified.
Yanks. I don't know their priorities. It's really, really quiet tonight. We're watching literally nothing happen.
Boy. All right, I'm back.
Avi, the atrocities have been.
Do I feel helpless when seeing this stuff firsthand? Not really. Because I guess my mission is different here. I'm not here necessarily to help as much as I am to do storytelling. So I guess in a way, I am helping by giving exposure. But I think I would feel more helpless if I came here with the intent to do something different. Like if I was a foreign fighter or something like that. Like the fall of Bakhmut, right? I interviewed tons of soldiers who were there and a lot of Americans who were there. But like the fall of Bakhmut hit me a lot less hard than the guys who had fought there. And my mission was just to document what happened.
So what would you say Israel's proportional response should be? Because I don't think Israeli soldiers want to go in there and commit the same atrocities that they did. So what would you want Israel to do? And pretend for a second you're an Israeli with somebody, every single person in this country either knows somebody or was directly affected by that.
So reporting versus storytelling. That's why I try not to choose, like, use my, like, try not to call myself like a reporter. So reporting is more like going and explaining the situation, right? So I'm explaining, oh, like this is what happened here. This is what it could lead to. This is the effects it could have. This is the current situation. These are what different world leaders are saying about it. And then storytelling is
and then multiplication. So you tell me.
it's the perspective on the ground.
Tried this
So it's
there.
the stories from the people who are actually there,
Just
you know.
here.
Like I've had opportunities here to like interview moderately high
Get rid of Hamas.
level government officials in Israel, but they're not the people I want to talk to.
They don't want to get rid of civilians.
I want to talk to the soldiers who were in those bases that almost got overrun.
And terrorists go directly for civilians. Hamas uses the civilians in that. In fact, when Israel tells them to evacuate, they tell their civilians not to. They blow up the road. They try to blame that on Israel too. So I don't understand. Just tell me. Give me a way. Put your Jew hatred aside for a second. Pretend they're not Jews. Pretend it's Australia or wherever else you live. What would you want the government to do?
This artillery that it just impacted there, I'll keep you guys on that.
Yes, there's many videos of Gazans handing out.
Should be something right there
trees and
popping up
dancing
soon.
and celebrating the attack. Yeah, YouTube probably gagging. So yeah, probably.
Willie
But
says
don't get
hi.
banned. Remember
Hello,
the
everyone.
URL, thetruthaboutthewar.com.
I don't have a tiny Willie. There's a big Willie over there.
A bit of our artillery now starting, but there hasn't been any airstrikes for a good few hours. Is that right?
Yeah, no airstrikes in about an hour.
1.9 billion Muslims can't
Right now, artillery is firing. I know it's kind of hard to tell from this distance. Yeah, I only have 2 YouTube videos on this page. I literally just started it a couple days ago. I've got a bunch of video interviews from Ukraine and stuff that I need to edit and stuff. No, Avi doesn't really bother me. You know, he hasn't spent much time in a conflict zone at all. So all these sounds are new to him, and so he just wants to know what they are. You can find my interviews with Ukrainian soldiers on my Instagram. It's battles.and.beers. I've interviewed several hundred. And they're all like bite-sized pieces. What you're seeing are small pieces of much larger interviews.
Why did Bibi let this happen? Look, I've heard a lot of that. I don't know if he necessarily let it happen. Definitely dropped the ball, and most of the country blames him. I've heard all the conspiracy theories. None of them actually make any sense because at this point, Bibi hasn't earned anything from it.
I'm probably not going to copy the videos over. I'd probably like edit them to be like in a YouTube format, so it won't be like a copy and paste thing. You know, it'll be a moderately slow process moving those interviews from Instagram over here.
I've read some great analysis about how
Willie says I keep him awake at night crying. Yes, this is true. Because Willie and I stay in different Airbnbs, and so whenever I'm parted from him, I just can't help but cry.
Complacent, really, that was the first of all. You know, I served exactly on this border. Gaza, one of the most hit kibbutzim, where all the soldiers were butchered and all the civilians were butchered, many kidnapped, raped, burnt alive. That was where I served. And I could never see this happening. The artillery is picking up.
Yeah.
Benji, let me check I just want to check some news, just see if the exchange has happened. Thanks, mate. Let's bring this up so we can see. So we can update the people watching along with us.
Who's that off to the right?
Where?
Corner of the building. Do you hear them?
Okay.
Shh. Do you hear those voices?
Yeah. There's people there.
I'm not crazy, right? You hear that?
Light.
They shining a light? It's probably IDF soldiers then. Hopefully.
They found terrorists around here recently. Place the camera there because I think they found terrorists in there 16 days after the attack yesterday, hiding in the bushes. We'll hear them starting coming from around there somewhere. You see any
I think it's soldiers.
soldiers?
Yeah.
Police
Hoping
patrol, maybe.
soldiers.
It's probably a patrol.
Yeah, because I saw like a red and blue lights. Yeah.
Get your weapon ready. I don't have a weapon.
The Spanish reporter is not still here. She left like an hour and a half ago.
Human shield.
Definitely police. See those lights flashing.
Oh yeah,
What's
there's.
that flashing there? Oh, there
It's
are
it's cops
It's
or
police.
soldiers. There's flashing lights behind the building.
It's all good, guys. You can see behind the building.
Would IDF soldiers have your back if you needed them? Yeah, I think so.
Cops or border police.
We're civilians under their charge right now.
How do you get a weapon, mate? Look, I could get one if I was staying here for much longer because I have served here. But do you have any night vision? No, we don't have night vision. Tell us about the West Bank. The West Bank is heating up at the moment as well. Benji, can you open that?
Big boom.
Will you be interviewing? The buzzing noise is drones.
Yeah, it's definitely local police. Oy.
Yeah, there's aircraft as well. I'm reading my book and I'm watching my live stream at the same time. You're not concentrating very well, are you?
No, the cops don't care that we're here.
Right.
There's a guy literally sitting
Yeah,
there
there's
smoking a
definitely
cigarette.
going to be a massive.
Oh, he's just sitting in a chair smoking.
In the dark.
He's very aware of his surroundings.
Securing the border, returning the hostages, and ensuring that Hamas doesn't
Gonna
have the
have
capability to do it
surprise.
again. Yakov sent me an email.
Yeah, Willie just walked into the haunted kindergarten.
I'm meant to be in London pretty soon, so we'll see what happens. I actually have a book launch there next week, so send me a message.
Yeah, it is pretty quiet. Last night was crazy. The IDF bombed Gaza for like 6 hours straight.
Yo.
People are asking about you, Willie.
Willie's here.
Oh yeah, I'm here. Oh fuck, this is so annoying, dude. That chat thing.
Yeah.
Fuck, I wish I could fix that for you. That sucks.
Who's the guy speaking in the background? His name is Avi. He's from Australia.
He's famous for having the smallest micro penis. Going on?
I reckon if it doesn't pick up in the next hour,
I'll say midnight.
Midnight, yeah, perfect.
Midnight.
yeah.
What
'cause
time is it
it's a
now?
Big day. Yeah. I want to get up early and that. I don't want to wake up.
33.
That was artillery.
So guys, if it doesn't pick up in the next half an hour, we're going to be out, and I'll keep you posted at the truthaboutthe.com. It's about half an hour. We're hearing a bit about artillery picking up now.
Look at you, Benji, learning.
Still pretty minor compared
Look
to
at you, learning.
Yeah.
Good job, bud.
Talked about the New York Times statement.
Didn't even have to tell you that was artillery.
Israel and the live crazy COVID messaging. Look, I'm not going to get. I'm not really looking at people's messages. It's been interesting to see who's supported and who's gone against Israel in this time. Some good people have gone and supported Israel, some people I didn't think would, but it is what it is. Broken clock can be right twice a day.
My camera right now is overlooking almost all of northern Gaza. So if you want to check it out on like Google Maps or Google Earth or something like that and see like how big of an area that is, you can feel free. But you guys can see like miles and kilometers worth of area right now. Like that is a IDF entry point way off in the distance, or an entry point into Gaza, and then that is where one of the bigger cities ends. And it starts like over here.
The non-Jews join the IDF. There are non-Jews in the IDF. My officer in the army was an Arab. Imagine that. The apartheid state. My officer was an Arab. He's a Christian. And right now he's on the front line in there somewhere. I've spoken to him, but I haven't spoken to him for a few days. I hope he's okay. He's an absolute legend. I've been in contact with him for years. So non-Jews can join. But yeah, I don't know if they can just volunteer as such. Having said that, they got about 150% response to.
The light, I'm not sure what it is. It's, huh?
Too many people want to defend Israel.
That's that kid.
It's the kid with the motorcycle or the bike. The light is actually like
To be honest,
10, 15 different lights off in the distance.
because I am.
Yeah, I'm pretty comfortable giving moderately vague directions of the direction we're looking. There's tons of IDF soldiers around, and Hamas doesn't really have anything that can target us directly, intentionally.
Here before the Muslims, because Jews live here according to even if you look at the Old Testament as a history, you don't believe anything, and all the three Abrahamic faiths that are here.
I did have enough to eat. I'm actually feeling, I ate like half of it, and I'm feeling a little sick. So I'm getting a little quiet because I'm just feeling a little under the weather.
So if you believe that, it means Jews were here before Muslims. Islam didn't. What was that?
That was an explosion.
What was it?
An explosion.
Yeah, what was the?
I have no idea.
The American has no idea. The first time.
Is Willie staying when I go home? Willie will be leaving a few days after I do.
מה זה, לחדשות או לייבים? לא, עכשיו זה לייב. חדשות זה... יהיה לך קצת צופים, אה?
Yeah, the kid with the bicycle, his sister was an IDF soldier, and she was killed in their home on the first day of the war. It's very sad. He's very angry about it. I don't know why he's still hanging around at the moment. He's just trying on helmets and stuff like that. Nice kid, though.
20 million houses here. His whole family has been evacuated, but he's
I think that's a tank, because I'm hearing a phew after the burst. If you're new to the channel, no, I am not IDF. I'm a former Marine that does war journalism now. There are a lot of new people coming to the page. They want to know what I do, etc. So I document stories from people I can interview. Witnesses and participants of any war of either side. Interviewed World War II veterans, Korean War veterans, Vietnam War veterans from both sides, Rhodesian Bush War, Desert Storm, Iraq, Afghanistan, Russo-Ukrainian War. There's tons.
So that's the terrorists. That's how far they were from here. כאב בכל הזה, אז אבל אני עובד לא, זה עכשיו סתם. זה סתם. 600, 700 טופים,
So yeah, I'm not like a reporter who's gonna like post like my own thoughts or analysis on an event like the hospital bombing. A lot of people need wanted me to like, oh, talk about the bombing in Gaza. And it's like, well, I need to chat with someone there, you know? I'm not just gonna like pull a story out of my butt and post it on the Instagram page. My rule is I have to talk to someone who's there. That's why sometimes you'll see like major military events and I won't post anything about it because I didn't find anyone who's there. The two battles I've definitely documented the most stories from are definitely the siege of Mariupol in Ukraine and then also the Battle of Bakhmut in Ukraine. Interviewed tons of Ukrainians there and then a couple Russians as well.
Just followed me and he's written it to me in Hebrew on Instagram. If you're watching this, follow him back. אמרתי לאישה שלי לעשות את זה עם אמא, תסתכל על זה. אז בוא נראה אם היא עושה את זה. אבל אל תוריד אחרי זה.
What's my assessment of what I've seen in Israel? I guess my overall assessment is the border towns, like the kibbutzes, the little villages, were absolutely devastated. Tons of people were killed, a lot were taken hostage. Where I'm at now, Hamas made it here, but they didn't like take control of the town, and so like there's like bullet holes all over buildings and stuff like that. The Israeli people are very angry, wanting revenge, and then I've only been able to interview a few people who are Palestinians inside of the city, and theirs is what you would expect from a city under bombardment. What's the longest I've gone without a shower? I think like 12 or 14 days.
So he says the second guy.
No, the only rockets I've seen in person today were shot right at me and Willie. Other than that, there's really been no incoming from Gaza. A decent amount of outgoing from IDF tanks and artillery. There were a bunch of jet airstrikes earlier, but that's quieted down as well. But now there's a tank like right in front of us shooting, and then artillery battery off to our right that's shooting as well. Do I allow restreaming with my info shared? I don't have a problem with it personally. Just like tag me in it, help my page grow. Because like, after all, I am the one out here putting myself at risk. I would just like to be recognized for that. I did do an interview, an example of straight up stealing my work. I think many of you have seen the video of the Ukrainian soldier jumping out of the back of a Bradley and he lands on a landmine. Well, his first name is Oleg, and I was the first one to find him and interview him. And Polish state media copied my interview word for word and then claimed that they conducted the interview. And you know, like I'm not gonna sue him or anything like that because I'm not out for money. I do all of this, survive all of this on donations. But I do get frustrated when people try to take credit for my work because I'm the one doing it. No super chats, not yet. I need to reach 4,000 viewing hours before I can enable that. When I started the live earlier tonight, I was at 200. And then when I ended the live earlier because of technical issues, it was at like 900 hours. So we're getting up there, and you guys are really helping that. And I am extremely grateful because I didn't anticipate on hitting 4,000 hours for like a year or two, and we're already a quarter of the way there.
So them two, they stayed here alone. And then he went into a rant about how everybody's actually brothers. Look, I think he's right in what he's saying. But there's a lot of pain there at the moment. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, אנחנו אוהבים אותך. הקדוש ברוך הוא.
What do you mean, how much more do I need?
הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Oh, for the viewing hours, I would guess at this point maybe like 2,500. So almost halfway there, I think, but I can't check it yet. What really helps is just turning like these streams on and just letting them run. This morning I texted my girlfriend and I posted a stream from earlier on and just had her run it on our TV at home. What are you guys singing?
The kid that I'm talking about,
Oh, they're singing prayers.
Yemenite. So from me, like me, yes, Yemen prayers. So we're doing the Yemen prayers. He knows them proper. I'm just, I'm trying to get in. All right, Mike, settle down. Teach us some Hebrew. הם רוצים ללמוד עברית. מה נלמד אותם? תגיד להם שהם למדו אותי אנגלית, אני אלמד אותם עברית. אוי השם שמע סבילו. גלילי גחווה. מה זה גלילי גחווה? מה זה? בתימנית? לא, אין לי מושג. אני יודע ג'יני בזק. אתה יודע מה זה ג'יני בזק? לא אמרת את זה פעם לסבתא? ג'יני בזק, מה זה ג'ין? ג'ין זה יפה, לא? ג'ין.
Yeah, Avi is Jewish. He served in the IDF 18 years ago in the unit Golani.
Oh, I've forgotten how you say it in Hebrew. Jinn is, how do you say, anyone in the chat now to say demon in Hebrew? Shed. More shed. Yeah, shed I think it is. shed, שהשד ייקח אותך. בתימן זה הכי גרוע מה שאתה יכול להגיד לתימני. אם אתה אומר את זה לסבתא, היא הייתה נותנת לי סתירה. ג'יני בזק, שהשד ייקח אותך. זה כאילו הכי גרוע. תלמד, עכשיו תלמד עוד משהו. חוץ מזה אולי...
Yeah, they are having fun. They're just hanging out, chatting. There's 2 locals here that didn't evacuate, just kind of hanging around the area, seeing what we're up to.
Galili Gahwa. Well, any more Arabic? Sing away, boys. Rob wants us to say, הם רוצים שנשיר, מה עוד יש לנו? נשיר להם. אנחנו מאמינים למאמין, ואנחנו נתאר, אלא אבינו, אבינו שבשמיים. אנחנו מאמינים למאמין. איזה הפצצה היה אלוהים. ואין לנו על מי להישאר. שם? שיר למעלות, אשא עיניי להרים, מאין יבוא עזרי, עזרי מאמץ, רוצה שמיים בארץ. What do you reckon, guys? Should I be Israel's idol? You see the single being released? There we go. Yeah,
I don't know a single word of Hebrew other than yes and thank you. Ken, todot, todot, todot.
His family has escaped Sderot. They've been evacuated. That's what people don't understand. You think about only in Gaza, that half of Gaza's been evacuated. But there are, all along this border, hundreds of thousands have also been evacuated.
My husband and I will stream your videos as much as possible. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Also some in hotels, both in the south.
Are we not worried about ATGMs? Not really, no. The other location we were at a couple days ago did take ATGMs, but that's a different spot. And that had like troops on the hill. Right here, it's just a couple of press,
Unfortunately, this channel can't be displayed.
and if they like, they'd have to hit me to like directly to hurt me where I'm sitting. I'm sitting in like a parking lot right now.
הפלאפון שלך זה גוגל? כן? כן. אז הם עשו אולי באייפון עובד?
Big thanks to you and Willie for putting yourselves at risk. Yeah, no problem. Like I said earlier, I'm not doing this for cash or anything like that. I would just like to grow my platform so I can reach more people to share more of these stories too. That's my goal.
באוסטרליה נדבר איתך. בכיף. נארח אותך. Don't quit your day job. Listen guys, don't be offensive. I identify as a good singer. So there's nothing really happening tonight. It is so quiet.
Yeah, he's in a disabled parking spot. There's
I think in 13 minutes,
no one
nothing
here.
happens. We are going to cut the feed and we'll be back tomorrow night. Unless, oh well, even if the incursion happens, we'll come and cover it for you. Is that cool, baby? Add a beat and you are beat. מה? זה לקרוא בעברית? כן, אבל קשה לי, אני קורא לאט. אבל נולדת פה, נכון? לא, לא. איפה? באוסטרליה. אני רק באתי לשרת, כשהייתי בן 19. ולא למדת עברית? למדתי... אמא שלך גרה פה. עכשיו, כשהייתי ילדים לא.
Is it illegal to bring dirt home from Israel? I have no idea. I collected dirt from every country I visited in dip cans and brought them home, just duct taped. So if it's illegal, then... Oopsies.
It's been very quiet because the Israeli Air Force has...
Breaking the law, breaking the law. Any moderators in here? Nope. I don't even know how to set that up. That's how new to this I am.
Even if Israel has nothing to do with these negotiations, it's with other countries, probably America and Qatar, I imagine. Yeah, just 2 hostages on their way home after this surprise release. Yeah, 2 have been released. There was reports of people slowly releasing them.
One thing about this country is everyone talks with speakerphone on. Always.
That's why they're probably going to 11 minutes.
I don't think there's any such thing as a private conversation in Israel. Come in. Come in. I bet I can bring home a piece of a rock. I can do one better. I got a bullet that was fired, or a bullet casing that was fired on the first day, as well as a 40 mic grenade casing, and then a piece of shrapnel from one of the rockets as well. I'll show you the shrapnel right now.
עכשיו זה רק בכפתור, לא ללכת מהר. אתה יכול לעשות את זה שהטסטה הולך מהר? העבודה הרבה יותר קלה מפני. ואם אני אגיד לך משהו, פתאום תסתירים אותו. חבל לך על הזמן. ראשוני קיום. אתה יכול לקנות אותו נראה לי אותם בתחת, כמו שצריך. למה? המערצנו להם את הראש, זהו. אם אני באוסטרליה תארח אותי אבל. אבל תשלח לי אוקיי, שאני אשלח באמצע. אני בדיוק, אחרי שזה יוצא, אני אעשה. יכול רגע לפתוח לי? אני רוצה לראות לך. אי אפשר, צריך את הפלאפון. לא, יש לך פלאפון? אני מפתח, יש את הכרטיס. יש כרטיס. לא יודע, זה לא שלי. אבל בגדול אחלה אנשים. זה מסכימים אותי.
Yeah, I guess it is very private as I don't understand Hebrew. Yeah, I guess that's as private as it gets. He could be talking to the missus about bedtime activities 2 feet from me, and I'd be like, oh, yes. Yep. You got me streaming on my iPad and iPhone. That's an MVP right there. Thank you so much.
I love you, בני, love you זה, בית שלי. נכון או לא? אמא. Loving your Hebrew last but one.
The white light is the moon. Hey guys, do you think we're looking at the same moon right now?
I hope you enjoyed my singing. במבה? לא, תודה, תודה. למה? תות בננה. כפרה שלי. אתה גבר, אני לא יודע, אלה לא נראים לי. אתה משלנו.
Ta-da!
תודה. Have you had bamba before? What's a bamba?
Oh, that one's on the other side of the flat Earth. I didn't know.
If you want bamba. Have you had bamba before?
What's bumba?
It's a peanut. Do you like peanuts?
No.
You just don't like peanuts.
Well, it depends. What is it?
Just ten liton. Give
Bamba,
me
like-
one to try.
אין על במבה, במבה.
I'll give it a try.
Israeli,
קח, פול.
Oh, this is a, yeah.
לא, אני לא. לא, תשתה. טיפה. It's an Israeli,
Yeah, Space
snack.
Force.
They feed kids from day one. No, זהו.
אין על אבוק.
This kid is like
קח,
trying to feed
שתה.
us. He's so-
טעים.
He's
לא בא לי.
giving me drinks. Yeah, he's walking
שתה.
around. That's the yank.
Toda.
He's fed him
אין
bamba,
בעד
he's
מה.
giving us drinks.
בוא, תשים כאן.
This guy just showed up and he's bringing me snacks.
He's a legend. He's his sister. He's here. He's refusing to leave.
And then this strange liquid.
Anyways, bamba is the snack that they give they feed here from kids, and that's why Israel has the lowest peanut allergy in the world, because kids eat that from day one. It's a peanut. Do you like it or not?
Yeah, it's good.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't like peanuts, and I like this.
How can you not like peanuts? You are one.
Don't you have a kangaroo pouch to hop in? Have I
I don't understand what you're saying, obviously.
יהיה מן.
have I visited any of the kibbutz that were attacked? So,
תגיד לו דקה שישתה, בוא.
rant time.
You have to drink
תגיד
the
לו
drink.
שישתה קצת
He
וישתה.
said try it and then throw it out if you don't
הנה,
like
גם אני שותה, שלא
it.
תחשוב-
זה טעים, mate.
שלא תחשוב שאני...
Some of the difficulty of being independent press is access. I was not allowed anywhere near where those kibbutzes were located. The town I'm in now is the only one I've been allowed in, and it is relatively untouched. There's like some burnt out cars and like walls blown down and like bullet holes in bomb shelters and like grocery stores and stuff like that, but not anything like Be'eri or I think it's Kafar Aza.
You know my buddy who's in Yalom, who we failed to interview?
Yeah.
He called me pretty much like,
Saying they called in?
no, he was in those raids last night when they went into Gaza last night.
Any crayons ready to eat?
הוא היה שם.
I have eaten crayons to prove a point. Let's just say that.
שיר אחרון. שיר לבן.
That's great.
Time to try this drink this guy gave me. Oh god, that's terrible. It tastes like liquid bubble gum. Yeah, those are F-16s. Yeah, for the record, you cannot do this in Ukraine. You can't sit 600 meters from a frontline area and live stream. Like, if I did this in Ukraine, I would have been killed 50 different times, 50 different ways today.
That's with us. It's Battles and Beers. So battles.and.beers on Instagram. And he's just started a YouTube channel. He's an absolute legend. I actually forgot for a second that President Biden is his leader.
Biden forgets everything.
What are you saying? He wants me to translate it for you.
So I showed him Battle for Years.
זה שלו. זהו. הבחור פה. אבל שתיהם. He says you have to follow him, but you don't have it. You have it on your phone?
I try to leave my politics out of everything, though.
I don't have that one.
I mean, I've got like my own opinions, but I try to leave it out.
Who set the alarm?
Uh,
Battles and Beers, one of the 5 or so Israeli.
would I be killed 50 times, 50 different ways by Ukrainians? No. When I went to Ukraine, I was with Ukrainians. It would be Russians that would be shortening my life. Avi does have a stream. You are streaming on what?
Right now, just YouTube, yeah.
Just YouTube. You can check him out at AVIYEMINI.
Yeah, I started on Instagram and then on Twitter, sorry.
He's like
Come back to the good side.
uber duper famous in Australia. What kind of planes does Israel have? I know they have the F-16 and the F-15. I think they have F-35s, but honestly, like the F-16 for what they're doing is more than enough. I think the F-16 is still a good plane. Yes, I am wearing body armor. I'm wearing a helmet and a plate carrier with level 4 plates.
My boss.
No soft armor though, because I had to buy all this in a hurry, right when the war started. So I don't have any soft armor. What was my MOS? I was an 0311 rifleman.
There is no food anywhere near where we are, and this is really painful, actually. Israel has some of the best food. I love Israeli food.
Also, give a big shout out to Jean in the chat for passing me all of these questions,
And all that, but because of
and
the
Isabel.
war,
I haven't gotten anything from her in a while though, so she's probably working.
they have to drive
That's
down
it.
to the crap pizza. There is no good Israeli food. There's no falafel, there's no shawarma, there's no nothing.
Hearts and minds.
It's tough. One other good thing that's great
Battles
is
of the years, hearts and
we
minds.
got desperate one time because we were just scared about where we're going to get food, and we bought 70 pieces of schnitzel. And I was eating schnitzel for 3 days in a row, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And the weird thing is, even when we finished them all, I still wasn't sick of schnitzel. Battles and years followed. Look at that.
Ooh, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
No, it's more
Does Israel have good night fighting capability? I know the active duty guys have night vision, and then not all of the reservists have it. But the reservists are typically stationed like a kilometer or 2 or 3 or 4 behind the main line. And it's not like there's a single line of troops going around Gaza right now. It's like a defense in depth. Like in front of us, there's probably an IDF post, like every 50 meters in increments.
No, הוא אחלה גבר. I don't know what you're saying, bro.
Or is it more gun ownership? You can own guns for self-defense in Israel, especially if you believe in. But at the moment, the government has opened up to anyone that has served in combat.
Some F-16s in the air. It's artillery.
Legal to carry, because 90% of terrorist attacks are
איפה הסיגרות שלי?
שמה, על הכיסא.
כן?
So,
Ilya, can you get my bag? Back there.
almost got shot a couple of times by trying to get camera angle.
Jeez, this kid is chain smoking. I'm not sure what kind of artillery it is. I know it's like self-propelled artillery. You can look at pictures of it earlier. There's a lot of pictures that were published.
Leave yours up next to
What do I do during the day? Well, we're up very late at night, editing and stuff like that. Go to bed around like 5:30 in the morning. So we get up at like 10, go get some coffee, try to find some food, and then we come right back out here to the front line.
I imagine that
מאור, מאור,
I imagine
הוא עושה לי עכשיו סיבוב בטסלה, תשמור על האופניים.
bring the hostages as we speak.
If the ground assault began right now, do you think you'd be forced to move back? I would make every excuse to not be moved back.
Whenever I go live, we'll run it through there as well. Thanks for tuning in, and if you love and support our mission here, please keep in at thetruthboutthewar.com. There you go. That's
מה זה כל זה? כמה צופים בוא נראה.
Am I scared? Sometimes.
404.
I am. Yeah, there's a local like standing right behind me.
404.
He was just looking at the
הבאתי לך
chat.
אותו. הבאתי לך אותו, שיצאנו. הוא שמה.
Yeah, the IDF helmets are pretty cool. They wear like these weird like camouflage grocery bag things that are like rubber banded to the tops of them. When are you leaving? Pretty soon. My mission here is to interview and document stories from people who have been in the war so far, and I'm not really allowed access to talk to them. It's been a very disappointing trip. How did I get started doing this? 2018, B&B started as a pretty much like a failed podcast with me and a guy from the Marine Corps. Didn't get a whole lot of traction, and doing a podcast is pretty hard. So the band kind of broke up. I continued B&B on Facebook, and it got to like 80,000 followers on there, and then that page got like too many strikes and taken down. So then I restarted on Facebook and then on Instagram, and that's when I started interviewing people myself instead of like copying excerpts from books and stuff like that. Because I noticed like whenever I'd upload a story, a lot of people would comment like their own similar stories who had served in different wars. And I was like, oh man, there's like a whole untapped world out there of war stories, and it's just kind of been my goal since then to get them all on paper. Heading back to Ukraine, hopefully, yeah. I like to go in February, March for the 2-year. I think that war's got to end, man. There's a lot of people dying. Will I be leaving if the war rages? If I'm here when it starts, I don't even think I'll be able to get out. So we will see, because I'm not like a U.S. diplomat or even accredited press. So I don't think it'd be too high on a list to get evacuated. But I do have some secondary and tertiary ways out of the country if it does blow up like that. Yeah, it's a really great group of former SOF guys working in Israel. They did a lot of evacuations and stuff like that so far. They're called Dark Horse Benefits. I knew one of the guys there while he was in Ukraine. Yeah, plan D is just to get a canoe and row to Turkey. When will the tanks roll in? I 110% believe they were going to roll in on Friday. The IDF was bombing really heavily. There was a lot of incoming fire from Hamas. All the guys who were able to talk to me were like, "Yup, tonight's the night." And then they released those 2 American hostages, and it got really quiet after that. So I give it 40% odds that they go in at all. We will see, though. Definitely not an expert on the subject, just what I've observed and the feelings on the ground here. And a lot of soldiers have been sent home on like 2-3 day leaves too, so.
$100, אני פשוט, אין לי $100 לעצמי. הכל זה פה. איך פתחת את זה? הפלאפון, הכל זה מעצבן, אני לא יכול רק... מה זה, בגלל זה מנוע? אין מנוע אין מנוע. אבא שלי יש לו עכשיו אוטלנטי. אני אוהב האטלנטי. הכי חדש. יותר טוב מזה. יש לו כוח, אבל רק אחר. אתה לוחץ גז, רק אחרי זה 3 שניות הוא מגיב, כי הוא צריך את ה... Benji, do you want to put anything in the car, in the front?
Are you taking it off your arm, man? Yeah, I'll put it in front.
אין על מה. מים. זהו. טוב זה. לא, לא, הוא שם. הוא מכניס את כולם. באו. אתה מתאמן, לא? חודש כבר לא, אבל כן. רואים, מבסוט. אבל תימני, אני נמוך. מה האמריקאי גם עושה? מה זה האמריקאי הזה? לא יודע, הוא אמר חיבות.
Did I get over 4,000 hours? Not yet, no. Just doing some quick math in my head, no. I was at 900, 111 minutes ago and 55 seconds, so.
אתה יכול להיכנס לכל מקום. כן, אבל יש התגלות ישראל על היד. אז בדיחה, לא, אתה מחכים ארוך.
If the ground operation does start,
מה תעשה בקיץ?
I think it could last up to 3 months.
תוריד את זה.
The insurgency phase of it would just be ridiculous.
אתה יכול להיכנס לעזה.
Probably, definitely not as bloody as Bakhmut, but more bloody than Fallujah.
למה? יש אנשים למה היית בתוך עזה? לא, אבל מאיימים עליי.
I did honestly enjoy the Bamba. It was good. Like I said a little bit ago, I'm not feeling the greatest right now, so like eating anything is not super appetizing to me. But it was good, yeah. I would definitely like buy some in the United States and eat it. The drink he gave me though, like pink stuff, no, it was gross. Another Fallujah, yeah, I think it would be worse than Fallujah. Is Willie okay? He went to the bathroom and didn't come back.
מה הם אומרים לך?
He might be pooping.
סתם מאיימים. אני רואה לך לעזה?
Yeah, as far as like the Fallujah comparison, I don't know how many like Al-Qaeda fighters or insurgents were inside Fallujah, but it's definitely nowhere close to the number of Hamas guys. Did I serve in Fallujah? No, that was way before my time. I was in 4th grade when the second Battle of Fallujah happened. I had a gunnery sergeant who was at Fallujah, who would always like rip on us because we weren't there. It's like, what do you want me to do, Gunny? Like quit
Good night,
4th
next
grade? Really saying goodnight. Like, what do you want me to do? Like quit 4th grade and go join the Marine Corps as a like 10-year-old? Sorry I didn't get to stack bodies when I was 10 years old with you, Gunny.
לא עושה לכם כלום. נשים, הרגו נשים, מה עשו לכם? לא עשו לכם כלום. What is it? אין פה פח, יש? מאור, שים עין על האופניים. מי יקנות את האופניים? אין אף אחד פה. מי יקר את זה? זה רק אנחנו ואתה. עכשיו אתה עושה לי סיבוב. מה, אתה עושה...
Vegemite? Oh, dude, I'm already so far ahead of you.
כן, זה דלוק.
My family immigrated from South Africa, so I grew up on Vegemite and Marmite. Are you and Willie sitting close? Willie is right
החלון נפתח.
there.
למה אני פותח את הדלת, החלון נפתח.
Will I be streaming tomorrow? We will see how the war goes. If you'd like to support me, you can definitely keep watching like my streams that I've uploaded already. Share them. Watch the YouTube video I uploaded about my experience, my evening with the IDF soldiers getting rocketed and with the Hamas drone. And then if you are able to, to help me get supplies for my next trip and save for my next trip, donating. There is my PayPal and Cash App and Venmo in the description, but you absolutely do not have to donate. I consider it more as tips. I try to do as much as I can. Well, all of it is basically free for you guys. There's no like paywall for anything like that. But it definitely helps me continue to do this, and hopefully one day I can do it full time. That is a Tesla. The 5 of us have been riding in a 4-seater Tesla for 8 days. And a lot of the time we're wearing body armor. It sucks. And then we spend like 2 hours a day charging the thing. We'll go like 50 kilometers and it's like, you have 60% power. It's like, oh, great. My last stream is private, so we can't watch it. Okay, I'll make that one unprivate. I need to adjust those settings. Like I said, I'm very new to YouTube. Just trying to figure it all out. A tactical Tesla? No way. It's just a white Tesla with white tape on the front and back that says TV on it. There's nothing tactical about it.
They took the kid for a joyride.
Oh, he took the local kid for a ride?
Yeah.
Has he never been in a Tesla?
No.
Oh, he's gonna be disappointed. He's gonna be like, I prefer my
The wrong model.
face the camera when you want support, young man. It works better. That's good advice, thank you. Right now I'm just trying to keep the stream for you guys facing Gaza. Because if explosions are way more interesting than my face. If I got a night vision camera, I would definitely use it for streams. But again, that's all expensive stuff. Right now, my next big purchase is a much better lens for my camera. I could have gotten some really good shots, but they were a little disappointing because of the quality of the lens. Yeah, after I'm done with this, I will make the other stream live so you guys can watch the rocket attack. That was pretty crazy. That's honestly like the craziest thing that has happened here so far, and you guys most of you guys all got to see it. There's like those peanut snacks that kid gave me.
Oh, that'd be fucking weird.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Try this.
Oh, no, dude. Benji bought me some.
Okay, I'm just gonna...
I'll just teach you.
Yucky.
Yeah.
Some artillery impacting right now. $550 viewers, that's awesome. Timestamp of the rocket. I think it was like 220 minutes in. I think I wasn't too focused on the timestamp. I was more focused on running away from the rockets. But I think it's at like 220 minutes. All right, the king of the Tesla wants to leave, so we're gonna pack up and get going. I will make that other live public right now. So, here. I'll make the other live public for you guys. So, you can, if you missed the rocket attack, you can watch it. It was pretty cool, pretty intense, very unique experience out here on the front line. Thank you for everyone who showed up and subscribed, liked. It's very, very appreciated. When Willie sent you guys all over here and my stream jumped from like 25 people to over 500, I almost started crying. So the support is very noticed and it's very appreciated. If you'd like to keep supporting me tonight, you can share the streams. and you can watch them, just let them play, stuff like that. I'm really trying to hit the 4,000 hours so I can monetize. And if you haven't already, there's like a 15-minute video of my night at the front line a couple nights ago. It's pretty cool as well. It's a lot of B-roll footage of what it's just like doing this, because we hung out with IDF soldiers in their bunker and stuff like that. So sorry I can't read any of your comments right now, but if you want to talk to me directly, feel free to follow me on Instagram and send me a message. I try to respond to everything. So again, really appreciate it. It's so, from the bottom of my heart, it's so appreciated. It's I come out here and seeing the love and support that we get doing independent journalism, it's overwhelming. So thank you, everyone. I'm gonna log off right now and then get that live on public so you guys can all watch it. Peace.